I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you...
Why would a religious man like himself be at a party which it ain't nothing but sin that's going on, bruh? Whether it's drinking, maybe fornicating, maybe...
There's also an alleged email out saying a plethora of other things that include TD Jakes with Diddy.
Monique just dropped some footage that TD Jakes definitely didn't want anyone to see, and it's raising some serious eyebrows.
When TD Jakes began to talk about sucking on a pulpit, that blew my mind.
Word on the street is this leaked video might be tying TD Jakes to none other than Diddy's shady business, and yeah, we're talking freak-offs and all kinds of mess. People are already buzzing that Jakes warned Monique to keep this under wraps, but she went ahead and let it fly anyway. What's really going down? Is TD Jakes caught up in Diddy's drama? And why would he even be involved in something this wild? Stick around because this tea is hot. So there's this old video of TD Jakes making the rounds again, and we can thank Monique for that. In the clip, he's all fired up, telling his congregation to stop hiding stuff and basically come out of the closet with their secrets. He's going all dramatic, saying things like, "Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?" It's definitely got people talking.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Monique, who was touring with Cat Williams at the time, decided to spice up her stand-up routine in Louisville, Kentucky on April 12th by throwing TD Jakes into the mix. In a video clip making waves, she's seen going in on Jakes, saying, "You blowing my MF mind because you looking like you, a man of God, TD Jakes. Have you ever been swallowed? How the F is this N talking about D sucking on the pulpit?" I'm like, yes, N, I've been swallowed, have you? D. Jakes' name has been tied to some pretty shady stuff lately. For starters, his close relationship with Diddy has people side-eyeing him. Jakes even officiated Kim Porter's funeral, which shows how tight they are. But what's really raising eyebrows is TD Jakes showing up at Diddy's infamous parties. People are wondering, what's a man of God doing at those wild shindigs? Even Diddy's former bodyguard chimed in, saying the only reason TD Jakes would be at one of those parties is if he's involved in the same stuff that goes down there.
If Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties.
And then there's Jaguar Wright adding her 2 cents, saying that at Diddy's parties, it's all about money and S. So if TD Jakes is there, according to her, he's there for one of those two things, money or S.
If Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties.
Looks like TD Jakes found himself in some serious drama on December 21st, 2023. It all kicked off with a viral TikTok video dropping some jaw-dropping allegations about him. After Cassie settled her lawsuit with Diddy, a TikToker came through with some major tea. Apparently, Cassie handed over some juicy material to the FBI, including tapes from Diddy's wild parties and even Kim Porter's secret phone. According to the TikToker, there's a clip out there where someone spills the beans about Cassie, revealing tapes that allegedly show TD Jakes and other big names involved in Diddy's scandalous parties. Word is, those parties were wild, hookups with multiple men, and things got pretty out of control. Now, people are wondering what's really on those tapes.
I'm also told that multiple male escorts corroborated the fact that TD Jakes have slept with multiple men at Diddy's parties and abroad, and they refer to him as being a power bottle.
The email says, "So I want to put you up on game on the real nature of Diddy and Bishop Jakes' relationship. But first, let's understand that Bishop Jakes is not of God. He is undoubtedly a Freemason, and so is Diddy. I say was because it seems as though he has been stripped of his protection, privileges, and power. But make no mistake about it, his soul is still spoken for by the devil. He will never be able to fend off or escape that harsh reality." Anyways, I'm told Diddy and Jakes are MK, the real nature of their relationship. So according to the email, Kim Porter allegedly claimed that TD Jakes was accused of messing around with a young guy just a year after marrying his wife. Apparently, the whole thing got swept under the rug. Fast forward to 1999, and a guy threatened to expose Jakes. Mysteriously, that guy disappeared. Pastor even spilled that the dude got paid off to keep quiet. Then, 2 years later, the same guy shows up dead with a gunshot to the head. No names mentioned, but this all supposedly went down at Emmanuel Temple of Faith in Smithers, West Virginia. Rumor has it, Folks from Jake's hometown have been whispering for years that he's been on the down low. Supposedly, there's talk about an older pastor grooming him and that he's been showing up at Diddy's parties. The word on the street is Jake's is seen in some exclusive section of the house, sipping drinks and puffing cigars. Just because he's tucked away in a private, invite-only area doesn't mean people aren't watching. As for the bishop's wife, she's never at Diddy's parties, and the rumor mill says she's well aware of what's going on. Apparently, she's even questioned why she's never on the guest list. Now, to be clear, these are all wild rumors floating around on social media with zero solid proof. But that hasn't stopped people from going crazy over it online. One person said, "I never overstood the attraction to Jake's. The one time I saw him, I left because the vibes weren't churchin'." Another one added, "Even the devil goes to parties. Souls are destroyed by deceit and lies. Money talks and the sins follow." And then there's this psychic on TikTok who apparently predicted all this drama 2 years ago. She went off in this wild rant claiming Jake's is caught up in some seriously shady stuff, like being a Freemason, taking oaths to the dark side, and basically serving Satan as his top dog. According to her, he's been using his so-called spiritual gifts to mess with people's minds. But she also predicted that Jake's would get wrapped up in one of the biggest scandals ever, and she hinted it would center around his preferences. Let's just say people are buzzing, wondering if her predictions are about to come true.
The Lord said that Bishop T.D. Jakes will have one of the biggest scandals of all time in the Christian church.
While there's no solid evidence to support the claims against T.D. Jakes, it's clear he's no stranger to controversy. Back in 2009, his son Jermaine got into hot water after allegedly being involved in some shady behavior at PE Park in Dallas. And just last year, more drama surfaced. Jakes' daughter's estranged husband was accused of some serious misconduct involving their adopted daughter. With all this swirling around, people are starting to question if Jakes can really still be seen as a trusted man of God. Even Gene Deal weighed in, saying he can't view Jakes as the type of pastor he'd follow, especially with all the chaos in Jakes' own family.
I take him serious. That's not my type of pastor. You know, you got to look at a person's household, and if your household is not in order, you understand, how you going to help somebody else get their house in order?
And it's not just him. A lot of folks like Linnell are disappointed and questioning their faith in Jakes. She says she's been let down by people she's looked up to before, so she can't put it past Jakes to be involved in the rumors.
Shook my head to say, unfortunately, I don't put nothing past nobody no more.
There you go.
I just can't get shocked no more.
Yep.
I've been so disappointed in the people that I've looked up to.
With everything we now know about Diddy, it's hard not to question the morals of someone like T.D. Jakes. Just look at the recent lawsuit filed against Diddy by Lil Rod. The allegations in this lawsuit are some of the most disturbing you could imagine. It includes screenshots that supposedly show gatherings at Diddy's place involving underage girls, S-workers, and claims that some of these women had their drinks tampered with at Diddy's direction. This legal bombshell also names others like Diddy's right-hand woman, Christina Coram, Universal Music Group CEO Sir Lucian Grange, and former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia Habtemariam, all caught up in this legal mess. Jones, the plaintiff, alleges that Grange, Habtemariam, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group worked with Combs in a RICO enterprise that failed to properly monitor or supervise the actions of Combs, his son, and his chief of staff. A RICO enterprise can be any group or individuals working together to break the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO. But Jones isn't just looking for a slap on the wrist. He's going big, asking for $30 million in damages. Meanwhile, Diddy's attorney is hitting back hard, calling Jones' claims complete fiction and a cheap attempt to grab attention.
I mean, he has a big house, he buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there?
His reckless name-dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. "We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies," said Sean Hawley, Diddy's attorney. In Jones' lawsuit, he claims that back in August 2022, Diddy personally reached out to him, asking him to produce some tracks for the R&B album, The Love Album, Off the Grid, which ended up scoring a Grammy nomination after its release in September 2023. But here's where it gets wild. Jones says everything went downhill after he agreed to work with Diddy. According to Jones, while living in Diddy's homes in Florida, Louisiana, New York, and even on a yacht in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Diddy allegedly sexually harassed and assaulted him. Jones claims this included unwanted groping and touching, and he even says Diddy made him work in the bathroom while Diddy showered in a glass enclosure.
In a 79-page lawsuit filed by a music producer who claims to have worked with and lived with Sean Combs for a period of time, alleges there were underage girls, hidden cameras, and sexual harassment at his home.
When Jones tried to speak up about Diddy's behavior to Christina Coram, Diddy's right-hand woman, she allegedly brushed it off as harmless horseplay, claiming that's just how Diddy shows he likes you. The lawsuit accuses Coram of enabling Diddy and attempting to pressure Jones into a sexual relationship. Jones also alleges that Diddy, who he describes as forceful and demanding, used his power in the music industry to intimidate him, even threatening violence if he didn't comply with his demands. In his lawsuit, Jones claims that on one occasion, Diddy forced him to watch while bragging about how he got away with shooting people. In another chilling incident, Jones alleges that Diddy confessed to being involved in a 1999 nightclub shooting in New York City that involved rapper Shine. While Diddy was acquitted of gun possession and bribery charges related to that case, Shine, Jamal Barrow, ended up serving 10 years in prison.
I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me.
According to Jones, he was scared of Diddy and felt like he had no choice but to go along with his demands. The lawsuit claims Diddy forced Jones to solicit sex workers and get involved in sexual acts with them to keep him happy. Jones says Diddy even gave him a special bad boy baseball cap that he had to wear at a Miami spot as a signal to sex workers that Diddy was in town and Jones was recruiting on his behalf. In a pretty disturbing twist, Lil Rod also described an encounter with Diddy where he was allegedly offered a substance, which he turned down flat. But that's not all. Young Miami got pulled into the lawsuit too, with her name popping up multiple times in Lil Rod's claims. He says he saw Diddy and Young Miami getting cozy together, but things took a dark turn when Young Miami's cousin, who was working as Diddy's assistant, got involved. According to Lil Rod, her cousin forced him into non-consensual sex in a Miami bathroom on November 23, 2022, and that incident is detailed in the court records. He says that traumatic experience has really shaken him up. Young Miami, who's known for her ties to Diddy's ex, is now getting dragged into the legal mess. Lil Rod is accusing her of being involved in the altercation, claiming that Diddy orchestrated the whole thing. According to court documents, Young Miami's cousin allegedly made moves on Lil Rod while Diddy and his crew were around.
Young Miami, her cousin, was in on the hoopla too.
In response to the recent sexual assault claim against Diddy, attorney Sean Hawley put out a statement that's been making the rounds, dismissing Lil Rod's allegations as baseless and just a cash grab. Hawley, a partner at Kinsella Hawley Iser Stein Sapir LLP, claimed that Lil Rod is just trying to score an undeserved payday with his $30 million lawsuit filled with made-up events. Hawley emphasized that they have solid evidence to counter Lil Rod's claims and promised to tackle the allegations in court, even threatening legal action against anyone spreading false information. However, here's what Fox News reported.
Holly Jones's lawsuit highlighted that Sean Combs, according to him, has video surveillance and recording devices throughout the many homes that he has.
Justin Combs stepped up with a more direct response, firmly denying the allegations on behalf of himself and his dad. Through a spokesperson, Justin stated that the claims are completely false and warned that legal action would be taken against anyone making defamatory statements about the Combs family. The legal drama gets even more interesting as Lil Rod keeps insisting that Diddy bragged about his intimate relationships with various well-known figures, including Stevie J, a big name in the music production scene. According to court documents, Diddy allegedly told Lil Rod that he had hooked up with a rapper, an R&B singer, and Stevie J.
Diddy stuff is getting crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier.
DJ Academics reacted to the news with a mix of surprise and disbelief over the idea of Meek Mill being romantically linked to Diddy. He called on Meek to address the lawsuit and clear his name if the allegations weren't true. Yo, Meek, we were joking about that Michael Rubin stuff, but if you don't end, you've been tweeting about everything under the sun, he said. If you don't do a Twitter rant saying you're about to get Lil Rod killed or blow up his mama's house, this N is saying you and Diddy were fornicating. What the F? Meek! Meek responded to Academics, but didn't actually say whether the lawsuit was true. With a recent project release on the horizon, he claimed people were trying to distract from his music. The way you end coming on the sick now, I can't wait to meet Academics lol. They know I drop tomorrow. This is damage control. This net is getting too weird. He then followed up with several tweets aimed at academics, appearing frustrated by the allegations but still not answering Ac's question about why he was mentioned in the lawsuit. Academics, didn't I tell you to stop playing with my name, he added. IDK, what am I do when I actually see you? It's gonna have a combination to it, though. Academics, an alcoholic fully powered by the white man. Who do you think posting that on every website? They are so mad they can't stop a few groups. Lol. In response to the allegations, academics weighed in, emphasizing that Meek Mill had not explicitly denied the accusations. Academics referred to Meek as burnt out and later asserted that he was spiraling. Nah, this N is burnt out, AK responded. A producer called him and Diddy gay. He mad at everybody and addressing everything but that. N said, I made it up. In response to the allegations, academics pointed out that Meek Mill hadn't outright denied the accusations. He referred to Meek as burnt out and later claimed that he was spiraling. Nah, this N is burnt out, Ac said. A producer called him and Diddy gay. He's mad at everybody and addressing everything but that. N said, I made it up. Diddy has built connections with many influential figures in modern hip-hop, including Meek Mill, who is celebrated for consistently dropping great tracks. With Meek's highly anticipated project on the way, fans are buzzing with excitement for its release. Given their creative chemistry, it's no surprise that Meek and Diddy have collaborated, shared ideas, and fostered their artistic relationship. However, a viral clip has sparked speculation among viewers that Diddy might have crossed some boundaries in their friendship.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy.
In a recent clip, we see Meek casually chilling by the pool while Diddy congratulates him on his achievements. Meek responds by saying he's enjoying life, and Diddy chimes in, "You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work." It was this use of Daddy that stirred some debate among fans. However, Meek seemed unfazed by it, highlighting that his comfort with the exchange is what really matters. Right after this lawsuit dropped, 50 Cent is back at it again, laser focused on Diddy with his relentless trolling. Known for his playful digs, 50 seems to be taking things a bit more seriously this time, especially given the allegations of misconduct against Diddy from multiple women and the ongoing legal drama.
You see me, I've been doing this for a long time. So I get what I want, when I want it, how I want it.
Amid all the legal chaos surrounding Diddy, 50 Cent seems determined to turn up the heat by hinting at Diddy's hidden activities. While Cassie's lawsuit has already shed some light on Diddy's exclusive gatherings, 50 takes it a step further by suggesting that male escorts weren't the only ones involved. Apparently, some of the biggest names in rap were also in the mix, adding another layer of intrigue to this unfolding scandal. Then, on December 21st, 2023, the internet went wild as TD Jakes unexpectedly became a hot topic. The stir was sparked by a TikTok video from user MyAisha on X, formerly Twitter, which made some jaw-dropping claims. The video alleged that R&B singer Cassie Ventura had handed over evidence to the FBI that pointed directly at Diddy. This revelation came just a month after Cassie filed a lawsuit accusing him of serious acts of violence during their 10-year relationship.
She has turned over videotapes, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone. Now, there is also an alleged email out.
After settling the civil lawsuit against Bad Boy Records founder Diddy, Cassie Ventura is at the center of some wild claims circulating on social media, thanks to user MyAisha. Allegedly, she didn't just settle, she also handed over additional evidence to the FBI. This purported evidence supposedly includes tapes from Diddy's parties and a burner phone that belonged to Kim Porter, Diddy's late ex-girlfriend and mother of his 4 kids, who sadly passed away in 2018 at 47. According to MyAisha, the evidence also features an email that allegedly implicates Diddy's close friend, Pastor TD Jakes, who officiated Kim's burial. In a clip shared by MyAisha, an unidentified man claims that Cassie provided tapes showing some crazy parties at Diddy's place, implicating various high-profile individuals. Among them is TD Jakes, who's rumored to have had relationships with multiple men during these gatherings.
I'm not finna say nothing else.
TD Jakes, the founder of the Potter's House, a non-denominational multicultural church and humanitarian organization in Dallas, is a major player among influential Christian preachers in the U.S., Known for his energetic preaching style, Jakes has made a name for himself not just in religious circles but also in the mainstream. He often finds himself rubbing elbows with celebrities like Diddy and has received accolades that extend beyond the church community. Time magazine even dubbed him America's Best Preacher, while the New York Times described him as one of the nation's most influential and mesmerizing preachers, underscoring his significant impact across the country.
Incriminating evidence against Diddy. I'm told that there are a slew of artists, politicians, and entertainers that are about to be exposed and arrested for H10.
With multiple women coming forward to sue hip-hop mogul Diddy and his associates over allegations of misconduct, people are starting to take a closer look at the friendship between Diddy and Pastor TD Jakes. Diddy has been vocal about his admiration for Jakes, saying that the pastor has been a guiding force for him during challenging times. Their relationship deepened in 2021 when they teamed up to bring Jake's exclusive sermon series to Revolt TV, a major Black-owned multimedia platform. This partnership not only highlighted their connection, but also showcased how the hip-hop icon and influential pastor have collaborated to share Jakes' teachings with a broader audience.
And committing more disgusting acts that she was forced to do. I'm also told that multiple male escorts corroborated the fact that TD Jakes have slept with multiple men at Diddy's parties.
A recent TikTok video has surfaced with some wild, unverified claims about Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie. According to the user, she allegedly submitted evidence that points to crimes committed by both Diddy and Pastor TD Jakes. The video even goes as far as to suggest that Jakes exploited young men at parties thrown by Diddy. It's crucial to note that these accusations against Jakes currently lack any solid evidence. Still, this isn't the first time he's found himself in hot water. Back in 2009, Jakes' son Jermaine was arrested for allegedly exposing himself and engaging in indecent behavior at Keast Park in Dallas, an incident reportedly witnessed by 2 undercover police officers.
Jermaine Donnell Jakes is the stepson of Pastor T.D. Jakes. Now, that stepson is accused of exposing himself to 2 undercover Dallas police officers.
In a separate incident last year, serious allegations came to light involving Bishop Jakes' eldest daughter, Cora Jakes Coleman, and her estranged husband, Richard Coleman. Richard faced accusations of SA against their adopted daughter, which only adds to the complicated controversies surrounding the Jakes family. Now, with the current allegations against both Diddy and Jakes heating up, things are looking even more intense. Diddy is already contending with 4 separate lawsuits from various women, all accusing him of A. Among these claims is a particularly grave lawsuit, which alleges that Diddy, along with 2 associates, took part in the gang R of a woman when she was just 17. As these claims unfold, speculation is running wild. Some are even suggesting that TD Jakes might have provided individuals to Diddy, raising eyebrows and adding yet another layer of controversy to the situation. The notion that others could be involved only heightens the scrutiny on Diddy and his inner circle. Now, with high-profile figures like Diddy, Jakes, and now Oprah caught up in the drama, it's capturing a lot of attention. The stakes are high, and everyone is eager to see how these allegations will play out as more details emerge. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.